for joining me for tonight's full moon in Aquarius. Tonight's full moon is all about opening the heart, redefining what freedom means to you, living your truth, as well as cultivating a feeling of love and acceptance for yourself as well as everyone around you. Aquarius rules the ankles, shins, calves, as well as the circulatory system. So tonight's asana practice is going to be focused on these areas in the body. And it's also a reminder to stand in your power and open the heart. So to begin, we're going to just start with 3-part yogic breath, a little bit of breath work before we get moving. You can do this seated or lying down, whichever is more comfortable for you. If you need to have a blanket or something underneath you so you're a little more comfortable, you can go ahead and grab that. Other than that, today's practice is going to be very gentle, so we won't need any other props. So just find a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Bring the right hand onto the heart and the left hand onto the belly. You can allow the eyes to close here. On your inhale, feel the chest expand, and then start to feel the upper abdomen, the ribs expand, and then expand into the belly, feeling a full breath. And on your exhale, first begin to exhale from the belly, moving up to the ribs, releasing all the way to the chest, feeling a full exhale. Inhale, fill the chest. Then the abdomen and ribs expand, and the belly expands. Exhale from the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Continue to breathe, feeling these 3 different areas expand and contract. Feel the chest expand, the ribs expand in every direction, belly fills up. Exhale, feel the belly fall. Ribs collapse, chest collapses. Inhale to fill it up. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling a complete expansion in the chest, ribs, and belly, and the release of the belly, ribs, chest. breathing practice, and just release the hands down wherever's comfortable. Allow the breath to flow naturally. Notice any sensations in the body. You can gently flutter the eyes open, and we'll meet in a seated position with the legs straightened out in front of you. Finding staff pose, Dandasana. The legs are engaged here, the toes flexed, pointing up. Press the palms down into the mat. Feeling length in the spine, the crown of the head reaches to the sky. And just start to point the toes now, making wrinkles in the backs of the feet. The toes point to the top of the mat. Start to flex the feet. The heels reach to the top of the mat. Toes point up to the sky. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. Find your own rhythm. I'm just warming up the ankles here. Continuing to press into the mat with the palms. Core strong. On your next exhale, bring the feet back into a relaxed position. And just start to circle the ankles here. Continuing to warm up the ankles, connecting with that Aquarian energy. And circle the other direction. Perfect. Now let's straighten the legs back out. And then start to bring the feet in towards each other, trying to touch the tops of the feet together. They won't touch here, but you'll feel a stretch. Internal rotation here. And exhale, start to go the other way, trying to bring the soles of the feet together with the legs straight. And bring the feet back to center. Bring the hands onto the legs. You can shake your legs out here. Maybe even massage the knees. And then we'll find our way into tabletop. Bring the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet on the mat. On your inhale, reach the chest forward and gaze up. Cow pose. The belly softens. Exhale, push the mat away, arch the spine. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Find your own rhythm here, warming up the spine. Inhale, come back into tabletop. Engage the core, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and send the hips up and back for downward dog. The hands push the mat away. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Walking out the dog. Draw the heels down towards the earth. They don't have to touch though. On your inhale, look up to the hands. Lift the heels. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Head hangs heavy. neck relaxed. Inhale, slowly roll up. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Now let's step the feet hip width distance, palms facing forward, legs strong, core engaged. On your inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. The hands can come up onto the shins here. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands under the shoulders, step the right foot back and then the left, plank pose. Shoulders and hips in one line. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, cobra pose. The shoulders melt down the back. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. You can shake the head yes, shake the head no. On your inhale, slowly roll up, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Neck and spine long, gaze down the tip of the nose. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands under the shoulders, send the left foot back, and then the right, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. Relax the jaw, fingers spread wide. Core strong, draw the belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels and walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Step the feet and the legs together at the top of the mat. On your inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, sit back into your imaginary chair. Spine long, the hands reach up to the sky, or they can come to heart center. On your exhale, fold forward, plant the hands under the shoulders, send the feet back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. On your inhale, extend the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The right toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, the arms rise for warrior one. Hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat here. You can bring the hands onto the hips. Draw the right hip back, left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, bring the hands back up. Exhale, bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Step the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. send the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Step the left foot in, the left toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, the arms rise. Warrior one. Legs strong, core engaged. You can bring the hands onto the hips here. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Hands can reach back up. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Step the feet back, plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Send the hips up and back for downward dog. On your inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and sit back for chair pose. Maybe sinking a bit lower than you did the first time. Core strong. Inhale, the arms reach up, coming back to standing. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling strong, stable, secure. Now we're going to find our way into tree pose. We're going to plant down into the left foot. Spread the left toes as wide as you can, then plant them back down onto the mat. The left leg is strong. Bring the right foot onto the left ankle, using it as a kickstand. Or you can bring the right foot onto the left shin. Or if it's comfortable, you can bring the right foot into the left thigh. The core is strong here. The right knee is pointing out to the side. The hips and shoulders are squaring to the top of the mat here. We can have the hands at heart center, or you can grow your tree out. The hands reach up to the sky. Feeling strong, powerful, balanced. You can slowly bring the hands back to heart center if they're not there already. Release the right foot back down onto the mat. You can give the legs a little bit of a shake here. Then we'll take the balance on the other side, planting into the right foot this time. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Plant them back down into the mat. The left foot comes into the right ankle, using it as a kickstand, or we can bring the left foot onto the shin or into the right thigh. Finding whatever variation works for your body today. The hands meet at heart center, or you can bring the arms out, growing your tree. Core strong. Maybe even allow the eyes to close. Challenging the balance a little bit more. Right leg strong, foot rooted down. Slowly release the leg back down. The hands meet at heart center. You can shake the legs out a little bit. Then we'll come back into mountain pose at the top of the mat. Feet hip width distance, palms facing forward. On your inhale, the arms reach up to the sky. Look up to the hands and exhale. Hinge at the hips and fold forward. On your inhale, halfway lift, flat back. The hands come up onto the shins. Neck and spine long. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Send the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward dog. Inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The left heel lowers down to the earth. Inhale, cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. The right knee is over the ankle. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Steady gaze over the right middle finger here, feeling strong like a warrior. On your inhale, flip the right palm and reach forward to the top of the mat. On your exhale, reach to the back of the mat. Reverse warrior. Now start to straighten into the front leg here. Bring the hands back in front of you and behind you. Press into the right big toe, legs strong. Inhale, reach forward towards the top of the mat. When you can't reach forward anymore, the right hand comes down to the shin or block. Left hand reaches up to the sky, or you can bring the left hand onto the hip. Try to stack the shoulders over each other, the chest opens to the left. Tuck the tailbone slightly. Take a few deep breaths. On your inhale, slowly bring yourself back up to standing. The right toes point in, turning to the left. On your inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. Relax the head, relax the neck. You can grab hold of anywhere on the legs that's comfortable, the ankles, feet. On your next inhale, slowly roll up, coming to standing. Bring the left toes to point to the back of the mat. Right foot is parallel to the front of the mat. Bring the hands out in front of you and behind you, finding your warrior two on the left side. Tuck the tailbone slightly, legs strong. Make sure you can see the left big toe on the inside of the left knee here. On your inhale, flip the left palm and reach forward towards the back of the mat. On your exhale, bring the left hand overhead, finding reverse warrior. Core strong, spine and neck long here. Now start to straighten the left leg. Bring the hands back in front of you and behind you. Press into the left big toe. Inhale, reach forward, hinging at the hips. When you can't reach forward anymore, the left hand comes down to the shin or a block or the mat. The right hand reaches up to the sky for triangle pose. Legs strong, kneecaps lifted. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back up to standing. The left toes point in, coming back to your wide-legged stance. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Maybe finding a deeper fold than you did the first time. Start to bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, slowly roll up. Heel toe the feet so the heels are in, toes are out, a little wider than hip width distance. Bring the hands to heart center, feet rooted down. On your exhale, start to bend the knees, drawing the tailbone as far down as you can today, making your way into your yogi squat. You can wiggle from side to side, getting comfortable here. The spine is lengthened, shoulders relax down the back. You can allow the eyes to close here. Just take a few deep breaths. And start to bring the hands behind the hips. Lower yourself down onto the seat and then extend the legs out, coming into a wide-legged seated position. On your inhale, the arms reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring the right hand over as far as you can. And the left hand reaches over to the right toes, finding a little bend here. You can even allow the arm to rest on the leg, maybe resting the head on the hand. Take a few breaths here. Slowly start to bring yourself back up. And exhale. Start to bring the left hand, the right hand over to the left toes. Reaching over here, finding a little side bend. Maybe resting the head on the fist. Draping the right arm on the head. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Bring the feet in to center. You can rock the knees from side to side here. Releasing any tension in the hips and the lower back. And then we'll end our practice today in legs up the wall. So make sure you are next to a wall. Let's bring the left side of the body closest to the wall. And then lay onto the right side with the bicep under the head. And then start to roll onto the back here and then send the legs up the wall. You can wiggle your hips closer to the wall or further away, depending on what's most comfortable for you. The arms can be out at the sides here, or they can be overhead in a diamond shape. Closing our practice with a shift in perspective. Feeling the reversal of the blood flow. Relax the mind. Release any control over the breath, over the mind. Start to bring your awareness back into the body now. You can wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Gently start to bring the knees into the chest, tucking yourself into a little ball. You can even rock from side to side here if that feels good. And gently roll over to the right or the left side, bringing the bicep underneath the head. And slowly find your way back into a comfortable seated position. The eyes can remain gently closed. The hands meet at heart center. Take a moment and reflect on the practice. Notice any differences in how you feel. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste.